Examining Jean Rhys's Wide Sargasso Sea for hidden meanings about colonialism and the nature of individuality. Wide Sargasso Sea, the 1966 masterpiece by Jean Rhys, is a haunting and evocative novel that explores the complicated themes of identity, race, and colonialism. Rhys's Bertha Mason, a prequel to Charlotte Bront's Jane Eyre, gives the infamous madwoman in the attic a voice and a story that complicates our understanding of Bront's classic. In this piece, we'll delve deep into Wide Sargasso Sea to examine the novel's profound exploration of colonial history and the human psyche. The majority of Wide Sargasso Sea takes place in Jamaica in the early 19th century. Against the backdrop of a society still reeling from the effects of slavery and racial tensions, Rhys deftly intertwines the stories of Antoinette Cosway, a Creole heiress, and Mr. Rochester, the doomed husband in Jane Eyre. Rhys sheds light on the marginalization and erasure of people of mixed race during the colonial era, as seen through the eyes of Antoinette. The story of Antoinette's life begins with her carefree youth spent on a dilapidated plantation in the Caribbean she calls Colibri. But as racial and political tensions rise, her world collapses, and her stepbrother, Richard Mason, uses her in a loveless marriage to secure his own fortune. Antoinette's slow descent into madness reflects the unraveling of her life and the erasure of her identity as the novel progresses. By questioning the established order of things, Rhys examines how colonization affected both the colonizers and the colonized. Mixed-race Antoinette feels like an outsider in both the white and black communities because of her mixed European and Caribbean ancestry. She struggles with feelings of isolation and a desire to belong somewhere. Rhys exposes the devastating effects of cultural oppression and the loss of one's cultural roots through Antoinette's experiences. The novel's title, Wide Sargasso Sea, refers to the enormous body of water that separates Europe and the Caribbean. It's a symbol of how far away Antoinette feels from the world around her, both literally and figuratively. In the novel, the sea serves as a powerful motif, representing the barriers that keep Antoinette locked away from the world. Rhys expertly employs a fragmented narrative style that reflects the broken minds of her characters and the shattered social fabric they live in. The shattered lives of those caught in the crosshairs of colonialism are reflected in the unconventional viewpoints and disjointed structure that challenge conventional ideas of linear storytelling. The stereotype of Bertha Mason as the madwoman in the attic from Bront's Jane Eyre is also challenged by Rhys. Bertha, who Rhys renames Antoinette, becomes a three-dimensional and likable character in Wide Sargasso Sea. Rhys gives her depth by exploring her history, motivations, and challenges, making her seem more like a victim of her situation than a pure villain. Rhys reveals the dominant perspective's biases and limitations by rewriting the colonial story. The depth and breadth of themes in Wide Sargasso Sea are a testament to Rhys's skill as a writer. She presents a powerful critique of the oppressive structures of colonialism, challenging conventional narratives and giving voice to those who have been silenced, all through vivid prose and compelling characters. Finally, Wide Sargasso Sea by Jean Rhys is a classic because of the skill with which it explores the tangled webs of individuality, racism, and colonialism. Rhys illuminates the far-reaching effects of colonial history and the struggle to find one's identity in a fragmented world through the experiences of Antoinette Cosway. Rhys presents a compelling alternative narrative that questions our understanding of literary classics by imagining the untold story of Bertha Mason. Readers of this remarkable novel will encounter the spectral echoes of the past and the redemptive potential of storytelling as they make their way through its pages.